Oh, at work this time. What a novel idea. Can we stop asking questions why Gaza is being bombed right now? Gaza is being bombed because of people like Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump and Bibi Netanyahu and Nancy Pelosi and Joseph Biden. And why are we still not talking about that? People are being killed, and we're not talking about why. The reason that Israel is bombing all of that is because they want to take it over. And then Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump want to go in there and I guess build their condos for everybody to buy. Now, they all belong in prison. All of them. And if we don't get them in prison, there's going to be World War III. And I'm happy about that because something's got to give here to get to the truth. And if it takes bombing, then I guess that's what we have to do. Because it sure seems to me like a few enemies need to make sure that a few U.S. air bases maybe get hit. Maybe we ought to give the same treatment to a few U.S. Air Force bases that Bibi's given to Gaza in service of America and Russia and Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump and Steve Mnuchin, and the whole big band of brothers. But let's stop talking about the fact that we don't know why it's going on, because we most certainly know why it's going on. It's going on. It has everything to do with me. Everything. And it always has, when no one knew about me. When it was going on 10 years ago, it was still all about me. Every bit of it was still all about me. Lisa Lynn Magnus is why Gaza is being destroyed today. And yesterday and the day before, and whenever Bibi feels like stroking his privates. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is I'd like to know why the good journalists that I've been sending my information to couldn't sneak thumb drives in envelopes and get thousands of them into that country. Just not overnight, not anything crazy, just a standard postal service mailed thousands of thumb drives into that country so they understand why they are being bombed. Don't you think that's the least we could do for them? Or is the DOJ checking your mail? Is the DOJ checking journalists' mail, outgoing mail, to make sure there isn't thumb drives in it? Because that wouldn't surprise me. Not a bit. So is that what the DOJ is doing? Looking through your mail every day? Because I just want the killing to stop for no reason. Because Bibi's just invading. Invade, destroy, and then conquer. Exactly what Joe Biden and Vladdy want to do. Why do you think they're all partners? Why do you think they're all partners? Because of me. And they don't want you to know about me. But the world needs to know about me so that half the world isn't destroyed because of these sick fuckers. Now, how do we get thousands of thumb drives into countries that are being devastated by Russia, by Israel, and by America? How do we do that? How do we get thousands of thumb drives into these poor countries that are being bombed when they have no idea what the hell is going on? It's going on because of what I started this mission over. The National Association of Realtors is the largest lobbying group in the country. You know why? Because they move in, they invade, then they destroy, and then they conquer. That's been the whole plan. So how do we stop Bibi? How do we stop Joe? And how do we stop Vladdy? The three most dangerous, well, I should go even further. Jared Kushner and Donald Trump, there is 5 that are extremely dangerous people still walking around free. And I'm trying to figure out why. We cannot keep killing millions of people so that Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Bibi Netanyahu, and Vladdy can build their dream of a white mafia world where only the rich and famous are allowed in it. And everybody in Gaza's got to go, or Palestine, or wherever. I mean, he keeps bombing everything. So how do we turnabout's fair play? When are you people going to turn around and maybe hit a few U.S. Air Force bases? Don't you think it's about time? Since they've been killing everybody else all these years? Because I sure do. And for the love of God, journalists, since you haven't done much else, could you fucking get some cheap thumb drives and get them into these countries so that they understand why they are being bombed? We can't solve anything if nobody knows about me. Now, I know the DOJ's got you gagged on your computer. That's one thing. But Jesus Christ, are they watching you that close? If they are, then Jesus, don't you think you ought to step up to a microphone and tell us that's what they're doing to you? I sure do. I think we ought to at least be kind enough to let the people understand why they're being bombed and killed, so that the Trumps and all these nutty mafiosos can go in and build their condos and build their all-white world. I wonder when I'll ever get off of this machine. I wonder when anybody will give a shit enough to let me get off of this machine. Come on, American enemies, you cannot be waiting forever. It is time to start making pinpricks so that they know that you are serious. Because I want out of this grotesque, disgusting country. I am begging people to get me out of this grotesque country. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to help you repair it. I want absolutely nothing to do with this grotesque country that went into partnership with Vladdy and Israel to invade, then destroy, and then conquer. I wish people would get a grip as to who is killing everybody around the world. And it starts with those 3. Vladdy, Joe Biden, and Bibi Netanyahu are killing an awful lot of people for sport. And it's grotesque and vile and foul and every other thing you can think of. And I wished I could get off of this silly computer. I wish somebody would get me out from under being a United States political prisoner protecting Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, and Donald Trump and the disgusting Trump children. I got to find a gun, I think, because I cannot go through this for months on end anymore. You people are batshit sheer fucking crazy. Ay, ay, ay. I